This is terrible.
It'd be terrible.
Oh, we're right.
So, who's betting on Melbourne? Well, we were talking about Warwick Farm, but tomorrow is a non-metro race meeting at Sale. So, our good man Melbourne Mick will be just offering a couple of free races on our Facebook site.
What price? Free?
Free.
Sounds right to me.
So, I think he's going to kick off with Moonee Valley on Friday night, which is the opening of the season, the night season. That's ahead of the Caulfield meeting, the Underwood Stakes meeting on Saturday. So, we'll keep your eye on Facebook and RacingRant to avail yourselves of our very, very good southern man.
Doing a good job.
Doing a great job.
Now, back to Warwick Farm.
Race 5, we're up to
three
1200 metre.
Yes, three large fields to come home with, and it's a fillies and mares race over 1200 metres. And as forecast earlier, Coco Excel is our dual acceptor. She's at $6.50. Faith's Encore is just ahead of her at $6. Dixie Chick, the resumer, at $7. $10 is Serve and Volley. Then it's 13 Wutai Mountain, back from Melbourne. Crevatine first up. Hermosa Beach down the bottom. She's a dual as well, but she's emergency here. And $14 Invincible Dame, Moment of Music, $17 Inzan Elsie.
Well, it's beefy.
It is beefy, and we've got Serve and Volley to push on. We've got Wutai Mountain to push on. Heavenly Anna led with success last time. Now listen, have you seen this? Kerry Parker at where?
Bundle.
That's where we're going on holidays. Got a caravan and a bundle. What are you fucking laughing?
You keep some greyhounds down there too, do you?
No, I just open the door, just fucking, it's 4 walls. It is.
I only know one bundle, and that's in Queensland.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of Bundy drinks in Bundle.
So if any of our viewers know the answer to that, please just tap it out, will you?
Righto, who's going to
So
start?
she's on the speed. Nassac probably ridden quiet tomorrow after failing up on the speed the other day. Yeah, go for your life.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just a juicy race. The horse that it jumped off the page when I first went through the form here was Little Dixie Chick. What's it called?
Oh, for God's sake.
What's it called?
You've got to stop letting you go first.
Can I just
all the
say
time.
something?
Oh.
It's fucking legless, Dixie Chick.
I don't think it is, mate.
No, I don't
It's
think it is
fucking
either.
legless.
No,
Like,
it's the corridor.
I backed it at Kembla. I took $5 at Kembla the day it won. It had the perfect lane. It had to win that race. Crevatine was down there in gate 1 on that day, and you couldn't be inside. And I'm backing. Well, I've got them equal, but I'll back Crevatine to beat Dixie Chick home tomorrow. And I don't want evens.
Even million.
I don't want evens. I want 2.
You might have been at Kembla Grange watching this horse get a PR and all that, but horses improve with age and with running. The run at Scone behind Our Beatnik and Torpenhow, that was a hot race. That was a hot class.
Oh,
two
it's
up
a
there.
hot horse, Torpenhow. Fair dinkum, I'd beat Torpenhow.
They've both failed since our Beatnik and Torpenhow.
It's a hot race, though. I'm telling you, it's a hot race. This horse, I like the fact it's got barrier 15. I like the fact it's got Jay Collett because the intention will be easy. Jay Collett jumps out of the barrier, puts the car straight in reverse, back it goes.
Yeah.
That's right. That sounds like a
And I'm
great
just saying,
recipe to me.
one, I have it on top, 1 800 metre trial. If it had another trial over a longer distance,
I just
would
think
have
it
been
sits
fucking
back,
up.
looks at him and pulls left and is in the finish. I think you couldn't compare it as a course like Serve and Volley. Like poor little Deanie Pena, I made her career a month ago and now her career's ended.
I'll tell you whose career's really ended. Winona Costin. She gets a ride in this race, but that's it.
Wow,
She's-
I think they're thinking she's a provincial kid.
Well, I suppose that's
Well,
it.
no, I think she just needs to grow up a little bit. I think she'll come back.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, there's Gord. Gord's spreading a bit of love there for Winona.
My numbers. I was interested, and of course a lot of this is mounting yard male for me tomorrow. But I think the best horse in the race is going to
You
be.
can't
Dixie
speak
Chick.
mounting yard male.
You're not selling it.
You're not selling it.
That's right. Only I get it tomorrow. Sorry about that.
Hey, make sure you pay.
Fuck. Another person to say it to me. Face Encore. It finds it tricky. Jordan never did that much the other day.
I
sort of.
penned it. That's it.
Yeah, I thought the same. But
Right, that's it.
These are boys.
Is that
Yeah,
2
that's
starts?
We'll get mugged here in a minute.
Oh, it was so
and
highly-
the roughie in the race, which I found, who is only a little rabbit, but now a 4-year-old mare, might have grown up a bit, is Savannah Rose. I thought it could be in the finish somewhere. I was tipping Dixie Chick. What's it called? Dixie Chick?
Dixie Chick.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember his name. From Face Encore and Savannah Rose. What are you saying, Gord?
I'm Dixie Chick from Invincible Dame and Moment of Music. I'm going to give Moment of Music one more chance at the odds. Invincible Dame beat a very good horse. Its only start last prep in Louis CK, so I'm interested in that. And Dixie Chick for all things Glenn's mentioned. But
I
Dixie
can't wait
Chick
till
on
the
top.
stewards finally bring, not finally because he doesn't deserve to, but when they bring in Jay Collett one day and say, listen, you went back on that, and then that's going to be the first question they're going to ask his manager, say, have you watched his last 9,000 rides? You just go,
Well, anyone who backed Quantrill last week
I love backing
will know, who was on board that. You didn't even need to look at the rider for that one,
yeah,
did you?
and it's the way he rides, but as brave and as strong as you can imagine. If the horse travels, he'll get it home, and if there's a rails run this big, you'll take it.
Yeah, but he's just a low percentage player, so if you're going to back Jay Collett, back him
At odds.
over at odds. Yeah.
Okay. Anything to mention there for the ponies?
Well, Moment of Music was down on the inside there at Wyong. That was a
Yeah,
disaster.
yeah.
I found
Yep.
Petrosian off that inside at Wyong, and he ran well. Heavenly Anna, I've already mentioned, she was 1,000 up to 1,200, and I don't think she's trying to lead here. I think she's actually a sit-and sprinter, so I think she has got something, third up off the long spell. Crevatine, I mentioned her earlier because she's resuming in her second preparation. Did win on debut and did draw gate 1 at Kembla the day she ran a metro race down there. And, well, 15 Sunflowers is one of my favourite horses, but just can't get a
High
spot
weights,
for her.
yeah, can't get him in. Race 6, boys, the 1,100 metre race. Again, juicy.
Here we go. Pound sterling favourite, $3.80 for J Mac, $4.20 the off the long spell there up scale, $4.60 Super Maxi, and then where do we go? $13 Skripchenko, round up the usual suspects, $15 Archibald. Never thought I'd see him in town ever again.
And certainly not $15.
$15 Majaska, $13 Young Hewitt, that's Leighton's brother.
Tips itself, doesn't it? £1 sterling. Fucking mom.
Well, it's in the van here with Super Maxi. Bend It Like Benny is a very slow leader, but he'll be doing his best. Upscale will be handy along the inside there. Miss Tripod likes to lead, and
These are Tuesday horses, some of these horses.
Yeah,
These
but
are,
I mean,
these are not good
what
horses.
do you make of that last race, that Super Maxi Control?
it's
Pound
at
sterling
3
race.
deep on the speed at Canterbury. That's
Super
coming
Maxi-
back to 1,100.
Super Maxi PR'd throughout. And there's not much form in this race. There's not many places to go here. You start talking about that dirty,
Race
filthy...
Super Max, that was just weird.
Yeah, so maybe there's a pox on that race because you guys
No,
have
I'm
been,
going pox on that.
saying, oh, Quantrill had beat the buyers at Canterbury.
Yeah,
Quantrill was an
yeah.
amazing run. How could it do that?
It didn't.
Maybe the race is no good.
Also interesting was, Jason Coyle. He must be the nicest bloke that ever lived. He just leads up Kathy every single week. Kathy. Shrubchenko, this is a hot horse when it was 12 months ago.
When it was hot. It was one of those mares, purple patch.
Okay. Tennis player all over it. This will fucking win.
Yeah.
Those days.
Where is the tennis player? And we did have Jason Coyle on the show one day, didn't we? Like many years
must
ago.
be the most-
What is it with those trainers that can train, but they always book the wrong jockeys?
Well, Michael Costa's a bit like that. They're
With the
think-
Murray
But
thing,
hang on.
you know,
You've got to remember that these guys need someone to push them around of a morning.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
And they're that
That's
loyal.
the deal. That's
And
the deal.
they-
And not only that, they think there's not much between the best and the worst.
Yeah, so they're just
think
bad
it's-
judges.
They go,
Yeah.
they're jockeys, no difference.
Yeah.
No difference.
Well, owners actually think that with trainers as well, you know.
I don't know, J Mac, B Shin, and bloody whoever else seem to ride a lot more winners than the sort of the B and C grade without trying to bag the B and C grade. They don't. And in this more modern day of doing form where, you just don't get a lot of 10-to-1 shots and over anymore. Today it was a bog at Dubbo and every evens chance was leading by 3 and running
How
away.
does that happen? We used
It
to
used
say,
to be like that.
remember the aeroplanes of 1984, Rosehill midweek everywhere. Canterbury must have been closed.
I'd have
Remember
I'd have
Collar doing
20
the aeroplanes every Wednesday.
You'd have 20,000 to 2,000 each way, something, it'd lob. And then you'd have something be 14s, you'd back it to win 50,000, it'd just get beaten. And then you'd back something at 8s, and then it'd win. And then you go, right, I know I'm going really well there, but I really like this 50s chance. Like yourself.
Well, get yourself to Rockhampton.
Now you go, oh, look at it. It's 260 this. It's just a bit, everything's a bit more modern and different. I can't work out what it is.
Yeah, it's called
And I'm-
green light racing.
Yeah. I'm tipping £1 sterling to beat Shrubchenko, boys.
Auto?
Not going to bet in the race, but I'll have to have number 5 upscale on top.
It's a year and a half off, isn't it?
Yeah, but she's only had one prep.
One
Chris
prep.
Lee's
It's at a 1,000-metre trial, which it won. Wasn't as stylish as I'd like the win to be, but it actually does have some form around some decent horses last preparation. So Lucky Can Be, etc. It was close to them last preparation, so I won't be taking it, but have to have 5 on top. Yeah.
Nightcap.
What, you're cutting me out, are you? This is the penultimate.
Sorry about the penultimate. Here you go, Marcus.
Yeah, well,
He just wanted to get nightcap.
I just want to get nightcap, and that's all I wanted to do. He knows.
You know,
I'm
you're
gonna say it after
we're going to
race one
fine
next
people
time.
for saying nightcap too early.
Ah, that's a good idea.
We'll have like a little square box,
Yeah.
little coins in it.
Yeah.
5. Well, look, I could only find upscale and pound sterling here. I thought they represented the alternatives. Like, I just could. Where is the rest of the race? Like, once upon a time, a horse like Just Like Stratum, when it was Dickie Van Dyke, I'd be looking at, and now it's gone to Paul Nice 4-0,
What kind of name is
Nietzsche
that?
4-0, or Paul, who I'm sure is a very nice man.
He's a very nice man.
But I noticed that resuming against Spend It Like Benny and Archibald, the punters just went, we don't know this guy, so it's going to start 25s.
Well, yeah. Names are big things in racing
Look,
these days.
okay, here's my roughie to improve tomorrow, Texan Lad.
Man, that is a tip.
But
it's
you know,
gone.
well, it is gone, but it's just primed. It's had that run back at Warwick Farm, and it hit the line late, sort of.
Okay.
It needs 1100 now. It can't stay at 1000 anymore. Just to poke, you know, place chance. Actually, good chance to run 4th. That's the penultimate. Now, Glenn, you ready?
The nightcap, the little struggling nightcap for struggling milers. You know, like plenty of meat, plenty of things to work with, but disappointing race.
Well, they're Wednesday races after all. What are we hoping for here?
Well, I was hoping
You've got to make the most of it.
I was hoping another race could finish, and then this might be race 5 or 6.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to make.
Okay. $4.20 Pianissimo.
Yes.
$7.50 is stablemate Cellaman, the 3-year-old.
What price?
$7.50.
Really?
$9.50 Dragonfly.
Never wins.
And then a pile of them. Well, down from the bottom. 14 Tumultuous, Never Back Down 15. Damage 16. Mary Orr 15. Take Wing 15. Bowlord 14. Darcy's Affair 17. Crosley Hotshot 15.
So if you are at Warwick Farm tomorrow and you're doing your balls on the last race, you will feel like you've got some chance to get out.
You sure will. Now, as far as leaders are concerned, Love Takes Over, you know, for young Jamie Innes, looks, you know, set to go forward there from its car park gate.
Well, like a rocket at Kembla, but like a lot of Gwenda's horses goes like rockets at Kembla and come to town.
Yeah, Damage will hold its position, ridden with success in the lead the other day at Scone. Cellaman is a young horse, so he's on speed, but I'm sure they would like to try and drag it back a bit. Dragonflyer did better, urged along the other day. Bowlord on speed and Never Back Down doing his best. Tumultuous with the blinkers on, positions up.
You want to start? Because I found one here. I don't want me to mention it first because I think Gil found it.
Again, Jesus Christ, we're in trouble tomorrow then, aren't we? Maybe, I don't know. Number 6, Bowlord I have on top.
No, not me.
Oh, good.
Gwenda. Whoa.
Sat OSL last start, 3rd start this preparation.
Winner this course
it'll-
and distance.
Winner this course and distance. I think it'll be better on top of the ground rather on the heavy 9 last start. Obviously, not normally my kind of play, but you said it was quite long odds, didn't you, Mark? So,
14.
Yeah, $14. So that'll be my little play in the last race, but I won't be getting involved heavily.
Bikeen the horse here. You look at his form. He's had 2 runs back. One up at Beaumont and then one at Saturday.
Cellaman.
No, Crosley Hotshot.
Oh.
Bro, you know, you go the
Bishin.
Bishin. You go the preparation before. You see Australian Derby Group 1, Rosehill Guineas, and then you see Warwick Farm this distance. 2nd to Multifacets. 3rd was a Point Percy. They're better horses than these, I thought.
It was off a win that day.
I know it was too. Yeah, Crosley Hotshot's 3rd up tomorrow. Also, one up
back
distance
in
last
distance.
coming back. I
Wrong
don't mind that. I
stable.
think it Posse's up. I think it'll be in the finish tomorrow. What price is it?
15.
By the way, you can never knock Saturday back to Wednesday, can you?
No, it's
You've
great.
always-
It's something
Hang
you
on,
should always be
hang on.
on.
You've got to assess, you've got to assess. It's not like none of this RaceNet rubbish of you can't knock winning form, you can never knock Saturday back to Wednesday. It's bullshit. You knock them when you feel it's appropriate to knock
Yeah,
them.
that's true. But it's one positive, isn't it?
Well,
I never
it's
know.
not always a positive.
I always give
It's
the
got to
tick.
be linked with other positives.
In this world of ticks and crosses,
Yeah.
it's like
That's a tick.
Yeah, I know you're
of
saying
doing
it's an
form-
automatic tick.
Yeah, it's an automatic
Yeah,
tick.
it is
Have
an
a look at
automatic
it and say, well, does this apply in this case or not? That's what we're asked to do all the time.
I know
when
that.
we put our money down, we're saying...
I know we have to
we're
reassess.
saying, I've assessed.
Yes.
But I'll put it this way. I prefer Saturday back to Monday at Katoomba up. Okay?
That's
just
because the horse, that's because the horse...
Quite simply, there's a certain number of ticks you give, and there's a certain number of crosses.
And then
that is one tick.
Then you get
if you get up to enough ticks,
you get the race
then
book,
it's a bet.
and you turn upside down.
Okay,
and you go, there's
I have not got it as one of my positive factors Saturday back to Wednesday.
By the way,
I
Ballard's
understand.
Saturday back to Wednesday as well.
Yeah, I saw that, but he's just... He's
All right,
Gwendick,
okay, now Grant P...
Cross. Kembla.
Yeah.
Kembla to town. You go on.
Grant P said, does Gordo use backfitting techniques as opposed to using form, fitness and intent?
What does backfitting mean? Like
Well,
ticks and
I
crosses?
don't know what that really means.
What is backfitting?
I think he's alluding to the fact that you've used the word spit out before, but you're definitely...
Get Gord offside here.
You're definitely more...
Okay. So as far as like horses that are spat out that I'm interested in, would that be right? Like so my ticks and crosses spit out particular horses, and then I have a closer look at the race, and then make up my mind.
Yeah,
Which is
I
what
think
Mark
that...
was talking about.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good description of what you do. So, that Grant, that's probably...
What are you saying?
That's probably an answer there.
I'm just tipping Crosby
So
hot shot. It's
enough,
$15.
enough ticks, I have a really close look at the horse.
Yeah, me too. And if there's enough crosses, you don't need to look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it could be the best horse in the world, and it might have a jockey who I have complete disdain for. We know which ones they are, and I'm not backing it.
So, does anyone actually
Because
own
I'll
this
tell you what.
ticks and crosses
I
method?
tell you what happens when you
Popular
have ticks
I
and
thought
crosses.
Shuey Davidson owned the
Yeah,
ticks and
maybe.
crosses.
I tell you what happens when you get it wrong. You lose the race. I'm really used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's
And
just
you
a-
learn, don't you?
I go, oh well, yeah, I don't know how that's fucking happened to me, but
No,
And then I go watch the replay.
You just got to say, okay, I was always going to lose in that race. That's part of gambling.
I go watch the replay.
I'm just got to be right
Yeah, so
enough
you're learning to
make money.
lose there.
Yeah.
There's your lesson is learning to lose.
Well, you have to lose.
you got to learn to
Yeah.
lose. You've got to really take it hard to get up back on your feet again. You go, and then also.
Now, this bloke is having a crack at me. Well, if you think if you think my information is that rubbish, then just lay every horse I tip, and you'll make a profit.
You should go back to
He's not having a go to you.
Channel 121. The Henderson kids are on about now. So what's that? I used to love the Henderson kids.
What the hell's the Henderson kids with the big hairy thing?
Well, I'll tell you who the Henderson kids are. The bloke that used to star in it won an Emmy last night. There you go.
Wow.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Ben
know him,
Mendelsohn,
the Aussie
Australian
actor.
He started in the Henderson kids. See? Cop that, Gordon Hayter.
Hey, do you remember the BMX Bandits?
Loved it.
Oh, how
So
good.
I watched all that mad shit.
By the way,
I still watch it now.
kids in the last race.
Can we?
I'm the only one who still likes Hey Dad, and I don't mind him. He looks alright to me.
He doesn't look like
Doesn't look
kids,
like a nice
does he?
bloke. I'm not my fault that little girl was on his lap.
No, but I never liked the Aussie guy that went to England that plays the accordion. He always
Rolf
gave me the
Harris.
creeps.
Oh, he's a
Like
creepy
he had
guy.
pedophile written all over him, didn't he?
Yeah, well, there's some strange ones out there.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, I think once you're convicted, you can pretty much have.
Okay.
You can just aim up, can't you?
Your name right up.
Now,
Give us some
I need
thoughts
a
on it.
comment from you on Penisabo because you went past Penisabo and went.
Well, it's pretty legless, isn't it? Isn't it talentless?
Well, I'll give it quick backup, positive.
Positive.
Here we go. Some ticks. Gord's giving some ticks.
But
Voila.
High Miss should have won by far further than it did, and therefore it's complemented with its third. That's what I've written.
Yeah. Look, I of the Wallers, I was looking at Sellerman, who was put to the sword the other day, and I think is a better horse. And as I say, I'm looking for Gunn to ride a clever race tomorrow rather than to be sailing it forward to be in the van. Other horses I want to mention is Take Wing, not because it's Saturday back to Wednesday, but because it's at Warwick Farm. Does
Kathy.
anyone remember Take?
We just spoke about Jason Cole. What a lovely man he must be.
Yeah, I know. Kathy is $15, so you just got to grin and bear it there.
Ignore bad jockeys over a certain
I didn't
price,
say she was a bad
definitely.
jockey. You can't say that about
Anyway, does anyone remember her run to
not my style of
Does
jockey.
anyone
Walking out
remember
the races,
her
she's
run to
quite
hand
attractive.
fast?
Very good body.
She's got a good body.
Yeah.
And she owns it too. She's
Yeah,
very,
she walks very
she
well.
Handles
Yeah,
it good,
yeah,
yeah. She owns herself. Sorry, mate, we're talking about Kathy O'Hara's body. And she's a very fit young
Good
lady.
posture.
She's
you
got
know,
all that
yeah,
going,
yeah.
Then you talk to her. It's not a story. Anyway, but to the eye,
Yeah.
she parades well.
She prays.
Yeah, from the mounting yard,
Good walker.
does very well.
Yeah. Take Wing back to Warwick Farm and on a firmer track. how the hell did Damage start 11 to 2 the other day off a scale wheel?
Don't know.
Anyway, I don't like it tomorrow, but I'm just sort of. And that'll do me.
Yeah, that'll do us for the second part of the preview. For
Now, we've also been asked for,
Oh,
could you guys give your best bet at the end of the show? Thanks.
yeah, I can get my best bet.
Yeah, easy for me. Coco XL, as long as it runs in the second.
Jill, I like lots of little things tomorrow. I really think you can have a good bet each way on Tush. I think it'll get in the nice little spot and will be in the finish. A little bit of a problem that it might be a non-hit, but I still think it'll place. I like it a lot, actually. Crossley, whatever it was called, Hot Shot. Another bet you could maybe have each way. Not as big a bet as Tush. And then in the... Yeah, that's about it.
Super coach from me.
It's only 40s.
I'm loving that tip from Mark.
It's only
I'm going
40s.
to have something on Supercoach tomorrow.
Get up
Even
tomorrow
though he
and
doesn't
fucking...
that's
bet,
in a
doesn't
decent
bet in
rate.
staying
When you get
races.
Oh, you can have a
When you
couple of dollars at 40.
When you get
know?
on Sky tomorrow and you're watching Sky and we've got some ex-girl jockey for only there for politically correct reasons, or some old beaten up jockey tipping you A from B from C, doing the Gary Harley form.
Well, I can
Remember
tell you-
Lambourne with Supercoach 3 in front around the back at the 30s.
Well, you know what? I can tell you exactly how much I'll be having on it tomorrow as well. It'll be $52 or something, will it? Or something like that.
Here we are.
That'll be my 2,000.
Have a look at
That'll
what a
be it.
fucking park in Peter. Where the fuck are we? Erskineville. I've never been here in the day.
This has been the least impressive, actually, of the voyeuristic nature of the.
Oh, what, you need more broads?
Yeah.
Fair dinkum. Oh,
You scared them away.
They
I
brushed
think
me
they're
with
all in that house just behind us there.
They could be
It's the grey.
the show's vets in
that.
there.
Preview will be on Friday for Saturday's racing, which looks going to be a Bonza meeting. I've already sent something 7th for Saturday, so get on board there. We'll probably do a bit more spruiking then. Get on board with us. And then the rant next Monday. And thanks for watching. So many people are there watching the rant already. It was a stack of viewers within 12 hours and great emails. And
Well,
we
that's 'cause I
appreciate
wasn't on it, so that's
we
all.
appreciate the kindness. Thanks, Gordon Hated, watching the show so many times without Gordy. Good punning. Here we go, guys.